It's because I'm a woman, isn't it? Oh, it's not? Okay, cool. Hey guys, what's up? It's Savvy Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about a book that I read that I'm now going to impose my views about upon you. It's called Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really want to read the book. I kind of have like a different point of view in terms of the gender war, but it was the cool thing. So I downloaded it on Audible and I listened. Anyway, Sheryl talks in this book about how women are still struggling in the workplace, at home, all over the place, basically, because we all have this misconception of what a woman needs to be, how they need to raise a family, what that means for her career, and all of these silly things. It was a good lesson overall for both women and men because obviously both play a role in how we perceive women. But I'm really just having a hard time talking about this at all because I really don't even like to think about how women have it harder. Somebody just asked me at a speaking engagement a couple weeks ago, their question was, do you ever have difficulty being a woman, a young woman, getting work? I guess what she was getting at was if a client looks at me like, oh, you're a young woman, you probably have no idea what we need and you probably don't have those capabilities. That thought never entered my mind at all. I go into client meetings not knowing whether or not I'm going to be a good fit for them, but not because of me, because of whether or not the two of us are going to be a good fit. But after I read this book, I did start to feel a little bit more enlightened about things that maybe I wasn't thinking about. How women kind of don't speak as highly and think as forward in terms of growth as men might naturally do. I know one thing that a good friend of mine and a previous boss taught me was, women writing emails, we have a tendency to over-explain because if we're asking for something, especially to a man, that we're going to over-explain why we need that information from them or why we need whatever we need from them. I did become very conscious of that, and that was sort of the beginning for me. I don't think of myself as a woman and what that means for you. I think of myself as whatever I am to you, whether it's your marketing consultant or your friend or somebody that you're just possibly meeting for coffee or somebody that's your client. I talk to them in that way, and I think that was the beginning of it. The way we email and the way we communicate. Are we over-explaining when we don't necessarily need to? I don't blame men for the gender war at all. I don't. I think men are very, very, very good at making people think that they are badasses at whatever they do. It's just natural for them to speak highly of themselves. I don't think that's always the case. I don't think most men are as brilliant as they make people think that they are, but more power to them. Life is all about smoke and mirrors. So why can't women be better at that? Why can't women be more fearless about talking about who they are and what they like and what they are passionate about? I don't think you should ever undercut who you are and how you feel and how you do things just because you think somebody's going to perceive you in a certain way. I like the book because Sheryl has amazing insights to share, great advice, and really good direction for both men and women about how we can work with each other differently. But I just have a hard time grasping that our society isn't moving very fast in this respect. I think there are a lot of women out there that have put the foot down about who they are and what they're doing, and they're happy about it. Most of the book, I will say, just felt kind of whiny for me. I keep getting the impression everybody wants us to use the word woman as an excuse, and I'm just really tired of that. Every time I see sort of like a women's group or like women's bloggers, maybe women's business owners, women's whatever, it's like, who cares that we're women? I just have a hard time with that being a classification for working together. So I'm not really sure if any of my thoughts kind of made sense on this issue, and I'm sorry if it was kind of a serious video today. Thanks so much for watching. Thumbs up if you thought this video was good. Thank you. And share your comments in the comment section. What did you think? Have you read the book, or what are your thoughts on this issue? Would love to know. Make sure you tweet with me, @Schmatastic and @SavvySexySocial, and I'll see you tomorrow.